Hey, it's Cool Cleveland correspondent Carol Drummond. I'm here in front of the Winchester in Lakewood with Anne E. DeChant. She's got an opening this weekend on November 4th, and she's going to tell us about her new album. Anne started out in Cleveland. She's now in Nashville. We're going to find out what that's all about. Thanks for your time, Anne.
You're welcome. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. Good.
You're staying warm in Cleveland despite the...
Kind of.
Yeah, right? You're used to the Nashville warm weather now?
I think I'm getting used to it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When I come back here, I realize.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing to get used to, warm weather.
Right.
But we missed you not being here, of course.
Thank you.
So why on earth did you leave Cleveland for Nashville in the first place?
Well, you know, I performed here for almost 20 years, and I made a nice living doing it. I loved it, but I just reached a point where I couldn't go any further. So I needed to go to a place where there's opportunity to go beyond, you know, where I was at, and especially as a writer. So that is the capital of the world where writing is concerned, Nashville. So off I went.
So Nashville is obviously a different community than Cleveland, music-wise.
Yes.
Our rock and roll, and Nashville's a little different than that. So what is the songwriting community like in Nashville?
Well, first of all, it's huge. There are 48,000 writers in Nashville, so it's really competitive, but also kind of family-like. You know, people are all trying to get their songs cut, you know. So it's huge, but there's also, you feel like there's potential. I tell people sometimes it almost feels like the American dream is still alive there, because literally from one day to the next, your life can change, you know. That's the potential.
Depending on who you run into or what connection you make.
Exactly. Those kind of lucky things can happen to you when, just by being there. And also, you know, I feel like a kid in a candy store. Like, it's nothing to talk about songwriting all day long, because so many people are doing it, and so I'm right where I need to be. You know?
So the whole community is doing the same thing as you.
I mean, a lot of it, for sure. Yes.
Okay. So now you're running into people all the time, and you're writing songs now for other people. So who have you written songs for? How about Dolly Parton? Have you written any songs for Dolly Parton or anyone we know?
Well, you know, after I write one, or after I begin one, I start to get a sense of who it would be good for. For instance, the title track of the latest CD, Swing, I've pitched to Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney. I've actually had people like take it onto their buses. So one of my friends waited at a bus in Cincinnati for Tim McGraw, but then I send to the producers as well. So you just try to get in as many ways as you can. But as you write, it starts to be revealed who that might be good for. Some people start writing with the intention of a specific artist. Right now I'm working on one that I think would be great for Keith Urban. You know, so I'm being very conscious of melody, because he's pretty specific, his melodies. So you just kind of start out and see where it goes. But I definitely write a lot of songs for male performers.
Oh, no, that's interesting. Rather than female. So you, for some reason,
it's more natural to me, and also your target is a lot bigger for male. There are far more male artists on the radio than there are female. Females that are on are huge, but you have a bigger target to hit as a writer if you're pitching to male.
Okay, interesting. Just more male performers out there.
Absolutely.
In that genre. So you performed so much here before you left, and now you're writing songs.
Yes.
You switched, went to Nashville to write, and now you have an album again. So how does this go back and forth? What's the...
Well, you know, when I moved there, I thought, okay, now I will perform like at writers' rounds to get my music out there, but I didn't think I would perform so much. But as I began performing in Nashville, I would get a reaction from people like, you have to perform, this is where your heart is. They could see it. And I think I forgot about that, because I had done it here for so long that it became, you know, just sort of
so natural.
Right. And I think people were used to it. I was used to it. And then you go to a new city and that same thing starts happening. You're in a room, you're singing, and you're seeing people react. And then also I'd come back home and play, or be there and play, and people say, where can I get this song? And they couldn't, because I didn't have a CD. So my merchandise people were telling me, Annie, we have people coming up constantly asking for these new songs. So there we go.
So there you go. So it's natural, but it's also a way to kind of market the songs to other artists.
Yeah, you're hitting it from both sides. If you're performing and you have a release and you're writing, then you're kind of coming at it two ways, and that can't hurt.
Yeah, sounds like it's not hurting at all.
It's not hurting. As I started to get ready for this, you know, at first I was like, ugh. Yeah, I didn't want to do another release. It's a lot of work, but as I started it and got into it, I remembered how much I love it. I love all of it. I love doing the merchandising. I've done all the promotion, and it's just really fun for me. And I realize how long I've done it. It just comes sort of naturally.
So how fortunate that you're having your release here in Cleveland.
I love it.
Yeah, in Lakewood
at
the Winchester this Friday. So tell us about that event that's coming up.
It's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be an all-out show. I've hired lighting. I've got my regular band, Pete Cavano on guitar, Kelly Wright is singing backup, Jeff Herman on drums. But I have guest performers too. Dave Morrison is going to come out and play harmonica. Chris Allen's going to come and play a few songs with us. I have a friend coming in from Nashville. She's actually going to play oboe on some of it. So it's just going to be a great show. We had our rehearsal last night. It's going to be terrific.
And it's here at the Winchester,
my old haunt.
Is that right? The
Winchester
it really is your old haunt,
yeah.
Right here in Lakewood, and it's Friday, November 4th. This Friday.
Yep.
And what time?
9 p.m.
So if people want to get tickets, how do they go about doing that?
They can go to AnnieDeChant.com.
Okay.
Or they can call the Winchester and get tickets.
And the Winchester's number, do you know that offhand? Or?
No, 216-226, is it 5681?
You got it. That is the number. You did it. All right. And so your website is Annie DeChant, so it's A-N-N-E and then another E.
That's right, my middle initial.
Okay.
Right. And they can get tickets at the door, but we are over 100 sold pre-sale already, which indicates what the night's going to be like.
Okay.
They'll probably double. So I know last time I had a show, big show here, people were writing me the day of the show, can we please get tickets? And I couldn't do it, so go get them.
So get them quick.
Get them now.
They're going like hotcakes. Fantastic. Well, that's an indication of your following here in Cleveland.
Yeah, so I have a great fan base.
In spite of you leaving Cleveland.
They're not that mad.
Okay. That's great. We're happy to have you back. Wonderful.
I am happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
Thanks, Carol.
Sure. This is Cool Cleveland correspondent Carol Drummond. Have a great week in Cool Cleveland.